Do white liberals actually define what it means to be black? That's part of the thesis that's posited by Thomas Sowell in his book, Black Rednecks, White Liberals. The thesis is basically that many of the attitudes, beliefs, and customs that we find as sacrosanct features of black culture actually were derived from white rednecks. In the same way, today, we have the Joe Bidens of the world and Chelsea Handlers of the world who seem to have no problem as white liberals telling black people who they should vote for. Hi, my name is Ali Shoaga, and this is 10 Points to Ponder, where we like to talk about all the things that get you canceled: race, politics, Jesus, and manhood. And today, the question before us is blackness actually defined by white liberals? Here's 10 Points to Ponder. Point 1, they want you to hate America just as much as they do. They want you to hate the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution without regard for the fact that civil rights was built upon a foundation of these documents and drawing a discrepancy between what was actually happening and what these documents said. They want you to conflate meritocracy and personal responsibility and freedom with whiteness and white supremacy. The only solution for someone who they say is authentically black is to beg and say, "Oh, Master Joe, please, it's not fair on this white supremacy that they keep keeping me down." And just the other day, you won't even believe it, what they said. They want me to work. Oh no, they want me to work. Point 2, anything but biblical Christianity. So it's okay to love everyone else, except you must hate the enemy of the white liberal. And how does hatred and scriptural Christianity work together? Well, you have to twist the scriptures so that you can hate people, you can believe in retribution, you can believe in partiality, you can believe in blood guilt. All of those things are okay because to them, the scriptures are quite simple. You can do all things through the white liberal. Point 3, condone violence. The first reason that they do this is because in their intellectual superiority, they know that you have no capacity of self-control. Therefore, they might as well just let you do what comes naturally. The second reason is because it controls the population. Therefore, there's less of you to contend with. The third reason is because it allows you to continue to have an issue at the forefront of your life that they can come in and say how much they care about and how hard they're working on, and you just need to continue to vote for me and maybe we'll stop all this violence. And just in case you're not into all that violence, don't worry, because Antifa is there to help you destroy your neighborhood. Point 4, believe that you have to work twice as hard to get half as far so that then you can celebrate mediocrity. For someone making $15 an hour, that means that I'm equivalent to a white man making $60 an hour. Therefore, I'm making $120,000 a year. Aren't I great? I need to celebrate. It's my birthday, even though it's not reality. Point 5, emphasize the struggle. They want you to look for microaggressions in every statement made by a white person. If I'm in the store with my 3 boys who are pretty tall, and some white person comes and asks them whether they play basketball, I'm like, oh, these racist white people, how dare you look at us and guess because we're black all. And yet a black person comes and says the exact same thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, they've been playing for this long and they go to this gym and all of this. The second thing is they want you to look at every rejection as a result of systemic racism. So you didn't get the job because you can't read or write. It's not your fault. There's nothing that you need to improve. It's the system that needs to change so that you can get that job. And all of this so that white liberals can show how empathetic they are to the fact that they feel superior to you. Point 6, envy and blame. One of the great things about the election might be that people can finally stop pretending that Trump was the biggest problem that they had in their lives. I remember a commentator once who said that Trump was the reason that she gained all the weight that she had. White liberals blame the system and want to use black people as a human shield to deflect any criticism of their attitudes and behaviors. They figured out a new name for racism. It's called meritocracy, individuality, and personal responsibility. Point 7, cancel culture. Cancel culture is an inverted neo-McCarthyism that suppresses all civil discourse through the weaponization of white guilt. But you can't weaponize white guilt if you have black friends. That's why black people are needed by white liberals to shield them from the charge of racism. This is how anti-racism works. The way that one absolves themselves is they need a black person to tell them how many Hail Beyoncés and our Oprahs they need to do in order to be woke, which is their version of salvation. This is why white liberals fly BLM flags on their lawns to hide the fact that they are actually racist while they are canceling white conservatives whose only crime is calling for equality, meritocracy, and freedom. Point 8, be oppositional to your own detriment. They have you thinking that freedom is being white, and reading is being white, and showing up on time to work is being white. This is reinstituting slavery through reverse psychology. And so if Trump wants me to have a job, I quit because Trump said it. Issue by issue, black people are more conservative than white people, but somehow Joe got y'all in chains. Point 9, white liberals will support you in your stupidity. I'll never forget when I worked in prison and I saw a guy walking through the yard with his beanie sticking out of the fly of his jumpsuit. And I asked my sergeant, why is he doing this? And he said, hey, rookie, no matter how foolish it is, they'll do anything to stand out. And that's what I think when I see people sagging. I think to myself, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the lower the pants, the blacker the dude. White liberals will support you in anything that is foolish, that's antisocial, that's not going to help you, anything, so that then you can blame white privilege for why you don't have a job. Point 10, white liberals want you defined by your skin color. No other racial group is trying to be authentically their group. You can be smart, you can be dumb, you can be liberal, you can be conservative, you can be anything you want to be, except for black people. You gotta be authentically black. My hat is black, my clothes are black, my everything black, 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 black. How does this help you in life? And you know, the greatest way that white liberals have figured out that you can show that you're black is by using the N-word. A word that they want to use when they're describing you, they want you to use it to describe yourself and prove how authentically black you are. White liberals want you to wake up every single day with your single goal in life to finally achieve authentic blackness, which also means that you're the ultimate authentic slave. This episode has been brought to you by our sponsor, White Guilt. White guilt is defined as such terror of being labeled a racist that one will endure savagery to dissociate oneself from the charge. White liberals are very adept at using white guilt and black people as pawns in their quest for power. And those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. My name is Ali Shoaga, and this has been 10 Points to Ponder.